This is Section 5 of Chapter 3 in Gears of War Judgment. This is a pretty short section that is pretty simple thanks to all of the really good guns they give you right at the start here. It's a primarily long-ranged section. You'll be able to kind of camp out under these arches here, and most of the locusts just approach you. And that's good, because there is both mortar and one-shot locust on the building across the way from you. And as you can see right here at the starting, I'm taking out most of those guys. Then, after you take out the mortar crew up on the main house, you can circle around here to the left side, and most of the enemies are going to come up from the area straight in front of you. And if you've still got your marks, you can take them out really easily from here. And then, right before you're done with the mission, you can check for some boomshot ammo and some other goodies here, and head down into this little garage here, and you will find the cog tag for this area. This is now Section 6. The declassified mission for this area spawns some additional security measures, and these are actually more helpful than they are harmful, because they do target you, but then they will also target Locust. And the Locusts, most of the time, end up spawning right near them. Once you get to this little building here, you can actually leave in the protection in the front door and the little stairs leading downstairs there, and that will make it so that you're actually better defended here than you would be were those not here. So in reality, this declassified mission for this section actually kind of makes it easier. And you can see up there, there is a guy firing mortars up on that ledge of the building across from you, and that's going to be your next goal here, is running across there and dealing with him. And there will be a couple Cantus as you head up the stairs here. And Cantus also very vulnerable to the Marxa. They have a little bit of extra health compared to normal enemies, but if you get a headshot on them, which is what the Marxa is good at doing, then they are stunned and they can't attack you, and that gives you enough time to finish them off. And once you've taken out everybody and you're up here on the roof, you'll be attacked by a wave of enemies, but you can use the mortars to take out most of them. And right inside of this area here, you can find the cog tag on top of a dresser. And finally, there is a one last Reaver in the area here. And once you've dealt with it, you can move on to the next bullet.
Where the hell are you? Cadets, can you take us into Elliot's house now?
So I fast forwarded a little bit here, so you don't have to sit through the cutscenes and everything. And this is section 7 of chapter 3. This section is a lot like the end of the last chapter. It's basically just holding out against a whole bunch of waves of enemies as you defend a point here. And technically, you're actually defending the bot here, but it's actually pretty hard for the bot to die. And the simplest way to do it, which you'll see me do in a minute here, is just plop down one of your Nasher turrets that you can find in that room in there, right in front of the entryway to that room. And if you do that, it's going to be pretty hard for anybody to actually get in there and harm the bot during this first wave. And that little laser there, you'll see, is part of the declassified mission. It's just enemies that spawned with one-shots, and the declassified mission is in the room right before I started this section of the video. And like a lot of the declassified missions, pretty hard to miss. So in this time that you have to wait for the wave to arrive, there's actually quite a few things you can do in here. You'll notice right behind me there were a couple of Onyx ammo crates that you can grab. And right up here, there's an ammo crate, as well as the cog tag for this section of the mission. If you continue around the periphery of the room, you can come to this side, and you'll find a statue with glowing eyes here. And if you interact with this statue, you will open up a secret room. Inside this room, you can find a one shot, a boom shot, some grenades, a regular ammo box, and an Onyx ammo crate. And all of those things are going to help you out here. Mainly this extra turret here. You can plop one turret down on each side, and you will get rushed up here eventually. And you're going to need one turret on each side. And you can also grab the one shot inside of here and take it back over to where you are, and this is going to give you an early way to take out some of the tougher enemies that are going to spawn here. And like with a lot of these defensive wave kind of objectives here, there's going to be a couple of different wave configurations that you can end up getting. The one that I ended up getting here with the Therons using the cleavers, that's actually a fairly dangerous one because this is really the only one where you have to actually worry about the safety of the bot. Because otherwise, you'll be able to kill these enemies really easy, and those guys with cleavers are really the only ones that are fast enough to run back into there and damage the bot without you noticing them. So, easiest way to prevent that is just plop this Nasher turret right down there.
Lieutenant, the bot's got the mainframe doors open.
Good. Heads up, Kilo.
Alright, once you've gotten through your first wave here, this room will open up, and inside here you can find some more ammo. And what is going to be slightly difficult about this now is that now the bot is out here. It's still pretty easy to defend the bot at this point, because most enemies will prioritize attacking you over attacking him. However, you still need to watch out for enemies slipping past you and going after him. And it's mainly going to be those cleaver guys that were attacking him earlier. And those are really the only ones that go for him over going for you.
Enemy spotted.
This wave we'll also see a couple more one-shot enemies spawn. I almost got shot just a minute ago there. So you definitely want to be aware of those guys and then take them out as soon as you can.
You want some?
And you want to try and keep your turret on the left side alive here. A lot of enemies are going to be coming from the left, and it really pays to have that turret there to help defend. And in a minute here, we're going to be getting a couple of berserkers. And dealing with those is pretty tough. We'll have a flamethrower that'll spawn that we can use. However, I would say you might want to save a couple shots of a power weapon if you got one of the boom shots out of the secret room here. Saving a few shots of that will help take those guys down a lot faster.
Enemy spotted.
Now, Scorchers will show up in a couple of different places in this area. You can find one in this room. For some odd reason, I was kind of having a hard time finding it here. It might be related to your spawn cycle and your enemy cycle, but there are also Scorcher enemies that will have spawned here. You can see me shooting them right now, and if you kill those guys, they'll drop Scorchers. And there are a few more regular enemies that are going to spawn, but your Berserkers are going to be your main threat, and they're the ones you really want to take down. Your AI is pretty good at avoiding damage from the Berserkers, but they're not really very good at dealing damage to them. And that combo you can see I'm using there of the flaming them a little bit, and then switching to the boom shot and shooting them, that's going to deal a lot of damage, and it's probably the fastest way to take them out. And if you'll remember, there are those couple Onyx ammo crates around here, so you can go and pick those up when you're getting low on boom shot or Scorcher ammo. And once both of your Berserkers are down, that's pretty much all there is to this section. Remember to grab your cog tag on the opposite side if you haven't grabbed that yet, but your bot has the information you need now, so you're just going to exit out the same door that you came in, and that's going to finish up Paddock's chapter of the game.